The atmosphere that night was so glamorous. Spotlights flashed from all directions, reflecting off the glass walls of Shanghai's most prestigious fashion venue. Rows of guests sat neatly on black velvet chairs. Soft music played, while models walked confidently across the runway. However, nothing was more anticipated that night than the arrival of two major stars, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. Two names who, whenever they appear together, always shake up the entertainment world. When Wang Yibo stepped out of his black car, the audience erupted in cheers. He wore a sharply tailored dark gray suit, his hair neatly combed, and his signature cool expression that sent shivers down the spines of many. Seconds later, the next car pulled up. The door opened slowly, and from inside emerged a figure that made all the cameras turn in the same direction, Xiao Zhan, with a gentle smile that seemed to light up the entire room. The two were scheduled to attend the event as ambassadors for different brands, but no one expected them to be seated side by side. As Yibo made his way to the front row of seats, he glanced over, his gaze landing squarely on Xiao Zhan, who had just arrived. For a split second, there was something in their eyes, a silent confession, something only the two of them could understand, and the most discerning fans. The event proceeded smoothly. Photographers were busy snapping pictures, designers were taking the runway, and all eyes were on the fashion. However, the moment that would become the talk of the week happened during a commercial break, when cameras were supposed to be off. But apparently, one camera remained on, capturing something that would send the internet into a frenzy the next day. In leaked footage, Wang Yibo was seen talking to a staff member, then turning to Xiao Zhan, who was sitting nearby. He smiled faintly, then, in a casual but clear voice into the microphone near the stage, said, "Wait a minute, honey." It was such a simple word, but the effect was incredible. The staff member next to them seemed to freeze for a split second, as if unsure of what he had just heard. Xiao Zhan, who had previously appeared calm, immediately froze. His gaze shifted to Yibo, his expression a mix of shock, embarrassment, and uncertainty. The camera captured everything. The smile on Yibo's lips, the subtle changes on Xiao Zhan's face, and the moment he quickly looked down, trying to hide the blush slowly rising to his cheeks. The world seemed to stop. Then someone in the audience whispered softly, "Did he just call her darling?" And instantly, the atmosphere in the area changed. As soon as the show ended, the 6-second clip immediately spread across social platforms. The hashtag Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan topped the trending charts in less than an hour. Comments poured in like a storm, some in disbelief, some hysterical, and still others trying to analyze every second of their expressions. The fandom was divided between those who believed it was just a slip of the tongue and those who whispered there was something deeper. One fan even slowed the footage down to 0.25 normal speed, analyzing Yibo's lip movements. "He really said darling, not Shang or something else," she wrote, complete with screenshots and a diagram of the lip lines. Others highlighted the way Yibo looked at Zhan afterward, gently, slightly teasingly, like someone who had just realized their mistake, but was secretly enjoying it. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan remained silent. There was no official statement, no new social media posts for 2 days. However, his silence only fueled the rumors. Fans began to wonder, was he angry, embarrassed, or simply wanted to keep things private? Meanwhile, Wang Yibo appeared in a brief interview backstage after the event. When a reporter boldly asked about his sweet nickname, Yibo merely smiled faintly. He looked at the camera briefly, then calmly replied, "Sometimes we get used to calling people close by sweet nicknames. Don't be too serious." But the smile at the corner of his lips made the answer seem less simple than it sounded. That night, the video of the interview went viral again. "Close person?" asked one fan in the comments. "How close?" Thousands of heart, laughing, and question mark emojis flooded the comment section. And every time netizens thought the drama was winding down, something else added fuel to the fire. A few days later, an audience member who attended the event in person posted a candid photo from the front row. In the photo, Yibo is holding a bottle of mineral water and extending it to Xiao Zhan. Zhan accepts it without looking, as if it were an old habit. It's a small gesture, but enough to send fans into a frenzy in the comments. If this isn't natural chemistry, what is? One person wrote. The media began to react. Fashion tabloids ran articles titled, "Sweet Mistake" or "Hidden Signal." The fashion world is still talking about Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. Entertainment gossip programs, meanwhile, invited body language analysts to decipher the two's expressions. Xiao Zhan lowered his head, but his shoulders didn't tense, the analyst said. That's not an angry reaction. It's the reaction of someone trying to hide a smile. Longtime fans, especially those who have followed their journey since the drama that first brought them together, know all too well how the dynamic between these two stars has always been enigmatic. Sometimes they seem distant, sometimes so intimate that the entire fandom freezes in sweet silence. But no moment has been as intense as this, the moment when one simple word ignited a storm. Some fanbase accounts even created a compilation video titled "From Co-Stars to Siam," featuring snippets of their interactions from years past. In each clip, there's a look, a small smile, or a joke that now seems to have new meaning. "Maybe we're just realizing now," commented one fan, "that it all started long before that night." Nevertheless, both Yibo and Zhan remained professional. In their next public appearance, they attended the same event, but sat separately. The camera continued to chase their expressions, but this time both appeared cautious. However, amidst the flurry of interviews, someone captured a fleeting moment. Wang Yibo smiled slightly when he heard Xiao Zhan's name mentioned. It was only a moment, but enough to make the audience's hearts beat faster. Time passed, and the rumors slowly died down, but that Siam moment remained vivid in the memory. Every time the two appeared in the news, old comments would resurface, reminding everyone of that night of lights and whispers. A single word that may have been unintentional, but it left an impression too deep to forget. Some fans call the incident a brief moment of honesty, a moment when the line between public image and private feelings nearly disappeared. Were they truly more than just colleagues? No one knows for sure. But what is clear is that, in the eyes of their fans, the warmth between them could not be hidden forever. And perhaps, like all stories too beautiful to explain, the truth of that love will remain a sweet mystery. Because in the world of celebrity, a single word spoken by accident can be more honest than 1,000 official statements. And that night, as the spotlight reflected in their eyes, the world seemed to know there was something between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan that even the cameras couldn't completely hide.